the Broncos fire Nathaniel Hackett, Ike. There are odds out there courtesy of Bet Online on who the next head coach will be. Before we get there, most games scoring less than 17 points. The 2022 Broncos have scored less than 17 points 11 times this season. Remember, there's still 2 games left. Most any team ever. So the offense, and Ike, you know how frustrated there are times this season I get with the Steelers offense. Broncos offense is even worse with points per game. So they get rid of Nathaniel Hackett. It has not worked out so far with Russell Wilson and the huge contract they gave him. But let me read some names. If any of them stick out, stop me. Sean Payton, Dan Quinn, Jim Caldwell, DeMeco Ryans, Eric Bieniemy.
Start right there.
Okay.
Start right there. DeMeco Ryan going to Denver because they need some discipline. They need some discipline in the locker room. They need some discipline. Just in general, they need a young vibe. Their defense already has been spectacular. You put DeMeco Ryan on that defense, you can only imagine where that defense is going to be. I think they just need a whole different vibe. You want to talk about the LA Chargers? I don't want to fire nobody, but Sean Payton to the LA Chargers. Okay. That's just my personal opinion. I've been saying this for the longest, and I'm gonna stick with it. So, but yeah, DeMeco Ryan. It's time to give a young, up and coming, should have been last year. This team rally around San Fran rally around DeMeco Ryan, man. They really do. I know Kyle has a brilliant mind when it comes down to the offensive side, but on that defensive side, they playing that old school football. We're not trying to strip the ball out and let you gain 3 or 4 yards while you're running. If we pick the ball off, we'll pick the ball off. We smacking you in the face every time. So every time y'all feel like y'all coming across the middle, just know y'all coming across the interstate. That's how the San Francisco 49ers are playing. And we call that, and we call receivers. See, receivers not comfortable going across the middle against San Fran. They get to see ghosts. And the reason why the receivers see ghosts is because they've been watching tape and they've been watching how hard them boys been hitting on the other side. See, San Fran been playing playoff football on the defensive side the whole season. They ain't got to wait to the playoffs to play playoff football. So, and it's all because of their defense coordinator. So I think Ryan would be a perfect fit. Everybody you named before Ryan have had the opportunity. Go ahead and give the young man his shot. And see what he can do, because I see he can lead a bunch of men. You know, they run straight to him. Them boys make plays, they'll run straight to the camera, because this is what the generation do. They get their photo picture and they go straight to their defensive coordinator, Ryan. They go straight to him. And that ain't doing nothing but painting a picture in my head. Because I remember doing that with Dick LeBeau. We'll do what we need to do. We say what's up to all our homeboys, and we'll go straight to Dickie.
So let me ask you this, though. If DeMeco Ryans has done a tremendous job as the 49ers defense coordinator, I'm with you there. What do you do then to get things right offensively? Because the Broncos on the defensive side of the ball, it hasn't been as much of the issue if you look at the season overall. So what do you do to get the offense right if you hire Ryans as your head coach? That's my question.
Man, I'm taking another young up and coming coach under Kyle Shanahan. That's just how I go. This is exactly what I'm doing. Since I'm the head coach now, Cal, I'm coming from one of yours. So go on, release them. I'm coming from one of your up and coming young guys on your offensive side that's been waiting to be an OC, and this is what I'm doing. So this is exactly what I'd be doing if I was Ryan.
Okay. I see what you did there, Ike, because I'm looking, though, maybe where it's like whether it's Eric Bieniemy, maybe Kellen Moore. I know Sean Payton's obviously one of the favorites whenever there's a head coaching vacancy because he's sat out for a year and everything. For me, it's figuring out the offensive side of the ball because defense for the Broncos hasn't been the issue. But I hear what you're saying in terms of how the players respond to a head coach. A lot like another who is a defensive assistant for the 49ers for you, what Robert Saleh's doing over with the Jets right now. No, I know the Jets aren't trending in the right direction, but by and large, the Jets defense this season, there's been a lot of improvements on the defensive side of the ball that you've seen with the Jets, and it's the personality of the head coach, Ike. To me, there's some parallels that would be there if Ryans gets his opportunity to be a head coach in 2023.
Yeah, I mean, he just, I mean, really, they got both of them got quarterback situations with the Jets and the Denver
Mhm.
Broncos. You can
Mhm.
say what you want to say. Russell Wilson has been playing well. Zach, I don't even know if Zach gonna be back sooner than later. We'll see what the Jets want to do in the draft. Obviously, we'll see what we'll see what the Broncos want to do in the draft as well. You know, even though they
Yeah.
just signed Russ, and nowadays you need two quarterbacks.
Mhm.
That's just what it is. You need a two piece, either for trade bait or your head guy ain't playing the way he playing. You got to have somebody else to back him up.
And
So,
remember what the Packers did with Jordan Love, and it was like, is Aaron
mm,
Rodgers over the hill? They drafted Jordan Love, and that sparked a fire in Rodgers. What can you do to rejuvenate Russell Wilson? Because the reality is you've got that contract
the
guaranteed
money
money
made him
for
come.
several years.
Yeah, money. I'm good. I'm
Ike,
straight. Y'all
we
got
got
it.
Ike back. Sorry, you were mentioning about how Russell Wilson
There ain't no coming
was
back in football.
yeah.
It's a different limelight. You have to have something already lined up to catch this limelight. 100,000 people, 70, 80,000 people ain't gonna be screaming your name no more. You know, you ain't gonna be going through the meetings and the routines. You
Mm,
ain't doing none of that. It's a different kind of it's a different kind of high. It's a different kind of feel when you go through there. When you play on that field and you have millions of people watching you, it's different. You can't get that back. So go out and make the best of it. You know what I'm saying? You can't that adrenaline is totally different. Totally different.
mhm,
You can sit on TV, you can be a game analyst, but you can't get playing on the field back. You can't get it, man. It's a totally different feeling. You know, it's a totally different. You're entertaining. You know, all them people come to watch you play. You know, so go out and make the best of it. I get it. You know, that's why I love the ones who got money and they ain't even worrying about the money. They worrying about it. Like, oh, I love Tom Brady. Love him. Tom got a boatload of money. Man, that man be so fired up on playing. So fired.
mhm.
Give Tom Brady the last drive if you want to. You know what he gonna do. Give Tom the last drive if you want to. You know what he gonna do. You know what he gonna do. It's gonna be a slow death. It's gonna be slow as hell.
We'll see what
So
happens with the Broncos
we'll
and
see.
Russell Wilson,
Correct.
Ike. That
Correct.
contract is just got a
I
lot
know it's
of
loaded.
time, a lot of picks
It's
he
a lot of
gave up.
cheese. But a
Yeah.
lot of cheese on that contract. Boy, a
Oh,
lot of
yeah.
cheese on that thing, boy.
Gouda. Gouda.